Music creators are absolutely terrified of AI. Either they don't feel like they're tech savvy enough, their music will sound soulless if they use it, or it's just fear of being replaced altogether and not being the hero of their music career story anymore. But just like every great superhero, they have trusty sidekicks running alongside them to help them tackle different challenges. You can use AI as your sidekick in the music creation process. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how I use 3 AI sidekicks to keep that main character energy that has helped me generate over $1 million in sync fees. The first sidekick by far is the most obvious, but also the most overlooked. One of the most popular superheroes in the last 20 years has been Iron Man because of all the movies.
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
The hero behind his world-saving tech. This is how most music producers and creatives dream themselves to be if they had it their way. You're the hero and creative genius behind your unique sound. But just like Tony Stark doesn't have the time to worry about the mundane details while he's busy saving the world, you don't have time to get bogged down by busy work either. Most people don't actually realize Tony does actually have a sidekick. And no, it's not Pepper Potts, it's Jarvis.
Jarvis, doctor.
Tony relies on Jarvis to handle literally everything from organizing his inventory of weapons, helping to go to the bathroom, and even basic life support inside the suit.
Jarvis, where's my flight power?
The ice step, Jarvis, deploy flaps!
So he can focus on the big picture, which is saving the day.
Jarvis, any turn now?
As music creatives, we face a very similar challenge with boring stuff that has nothing to do with making things creatively, which can be very frustrating, especially when you can end up spending time that you didn't anticipate instead of crafting amazing music. You need some type of system to handle these mundane tasks efficiently. And this is where our first AI steps in. As your very own personal Jarvis, tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Bounce Butler, you can streamline your workflow and focus on more of the creative process instead of handling these things, especially for sync licensing. You can create prompts like organizing project files as priorities, guide me through the process, make sure everything's named the right way, metadata tagging, that's something that AI does all the time, managing your sample libraries, creating a CRM to keep track of business associates. These kinds of simple things can easily help you take your organization to the next level, making you a much more efficient and faster producer. AI can automate all these tasks, making your workload so much easier. And here's the kicker. Most of the stuff you can use nowadays for free. You don't even have to hire an assistant. There's a huge list of these kinds of prompts that I'll be sharing from this book that the Latte Lawyer and I put together last month. And there's only about 93 copies left, so I'd go cop one if I were you. Link in the description. So now that you have Jarvis to take care of all the boring stuff, all you need to do now is continue to make amazing music that sounds very expensive every time you step into the studio, right? There's probably more to it than that. Another one of my favorite superheroes is the Black Panther. Every time he steps out into the field, he has to make sure that Wakanda is safe, his people are together, and the precious vibranium is intact. Even with the cool armor he has, Black Panther still has a sidekick that he relies on, and that's his brilliant sister Shuri. She's the one who actually provides him with the cool technology that he uses on a regular basis.
You are teaching me. What do you know?
More than you.
That comes with this really unique flair and designs based on Wakandan culture, which makes him very unique in the superhero mythos. There's tons of people that make music. How do we stand out? We want our music to sound professional, polished, expensive as possible, of course, but we also would get into a war with ourselves if we start just clicking buttons and having AI make something that isn't infused with our own unique touch. It can be really tough to maintain high quality production with all the unlimited choices that are in music production and lyric writing, while also still having something that sounds uniquely like you. And you can't do that with products like Suno and Udio at the moment yet. But you can do this much more under control and creatively with ChatGPT. And although Black Panther needs Shuri to kind of help with the tech and advance his capabilities, she doesn't overshadow him. She's there to assist. We can use tools in the same way to elevate our music without compromising our creative vision or feeling like we kind of cheated. This is where ChatGPT and these kind of language prompts come in. They give us options of different top-notch production quality techniques and lyric choices, and you curate what you want that best represents your style. And by using ChatGPT, you can enhance these kinds of things with ease. With the right prompts, you can still retain that creative control over those decisions. Things like asking it to add unique effects to specific samples you might have in your production. What about, hey, I'm having these issues with my mix sounding muddy. What kind of mixing or mastering tips can you help me use to enhance the clarity or depth of a song? How can I make the atmosphere vibey in this direction. These prompts provide suggestions and insights that will elevate your tracks as long as you choose to do so. And low-key, using these kinds of prompts in my everyday work now, I've realized that creating dope music doesn't actually require you to be a creative genius, owning every plugin known to man, or even just having a state-of-the-art Bat computer. That leads me actually to who I think is the most valuable sidekick of all time. Yes, we're going to talk about Batman, but Robin is not that sidekick, in my opinion. Yes, in the world of Gotham, Batman and Robin are considered the dynamic duo, and that's fine, but both of them actually need the brilliant mind of Lucius Fox to provide cutting-edge technology to find innovative solutions to keep his rogues gallery at bay. Because the bad guys only have to win once. So just like how Batman has to come up with these new creative strategies to defeat his rogues gallery, you face the same challenge of constantly coming up with new, different music ideas without feeling or sounding stale. Over a long period of time making the same style of music, stuff gets real monotonous. We need constant, fresh ideas. So in order to fix this and unlock unlimited options with what our tracks can sound like, all we need to do is focus on something so simple that it often gets overlooked, and that one little thing can make your music sound truly authentic. You're not asking AI the right questions. Instead of us asking it to write a verse for me because ChatGPT is terrible at it, why don't we just ask it to give us word associations with specific topics that we want to talk about? So that way you're actually curating which direction you want the song to go. This could be done with MIDI to create different chord progressions, different melodies, rhythm options, and even sound texture combinations that you may have never thought of before. Now, instead of AI running the Batmobile while you're trying to go take down these villains, it's actually helping you navigate like a GPS. Honestly, the way I think AI should always be used. Now it's giving you different options. You can either go around, you can go over, or you can go through different obstacles in your way. Curation to me is everything when it comes to these programs. Just like these platforms like Splice, where we have millions of different ideas to start with, as producers and artists, we still get to decide what frequencies we want to vibrate together at the same time, according to our tastes. And that's what's really, really important. So by using AI as your sidekick, you're not just keeping up with the trends in the music industry, so to speak. You're staying ahead while keeping your unique sound at the forefront. But here's the thing, making great music is only just part of the equation. In order to land these sync deals that are worth thousands of dollars, you need to understand how to read what they're asking for effectively. If you're not decoding these briefs in the right way, all that amazing music you just created might not ever reach the right ears and you'll never get paid. So in this video over here, I'll break down exactly how to read and understand sync briefs like a pro so you can start making your music exactly what supervisors and sync agents are looking for so that you can end up getting paid.